Welcome to another edition of Self-Portrait. This week we're following Jeff Belter on his journey from a sweet child to convicted criminal. In the summer following his high school graduation, Jeff and his group of friends took partying to a new level. But this party took a turn for the worse.
My name is Dan Goggin. Good friends with Jeff Belter. Well, there's a phase that everybody goes through in high school when they go on binge drinking contests every single night, partying up, picking up chicks. And there was a particular place that we used to go to in the summer, I remember, after our senior year. It was in Mankato, right next to the campus. There was a lot of chicks.
I'm Megan, Jeff's girlfriend, and, we've been going out for 7 years. He didn't really drink much. I was more the partier, and he, would drive me and stuff, so. Well, I had never actually been to this apartment before, but they went there, every weekend and partied. And so they had all these stories about how they were always, tons of people, and they were always throwing stuff and breaking shit.
Yeah, this one night, there's this guy, and we told him to punch through the glass door. We got it on tape. He's punching the glass, and it's busting his hand. He showed me his hand that night, and it was huge.
Jeff's partying ways had reached new heights, to which he was barely able to control himself. But on the night of his high school's homecoming, he nearly saw his future wobble out of control.
Yeah, the night. I remember that night. It was actually a homecoming night, and I remember the guy whose apartment it was, he was going up to the cities. A friend of his invited him up to the cities. We got pissed off. We're like, dude, you can't go to the cities because, we need to party at your place. He's like, no, I'm not having a party this weekend. I'm going up to the cities. Where the heck are we going to party? There's nowhere else to party. We talk him into giving us the keys. Now we have the keys to his apartment, and we throw a huge party.
This time I'd come home from college, and we went to the football game, and then we went to this party. And he's like, oh, I want to drink this time. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll drive, so I'll stay sober.
And we invite everyone. We tell everybody to come to this party. We tell them there's going to be a keg and all this stuff. And there's no keg. The kids come, and the place is freaking packed. We go to the party. We show up early. We get our pregame going on, and we leave. We could, normally we get our drinks and we go to our next party or whatever and check it out. By the time we come back, this place is just swarming with 13-year-old girls.
And all of a sudden there was a knock at the door. And they said it was the cops, and we're so everyone got quiet, and there was a lot of people in the house, so we all everyone ran to different rooms.
Somebody looks through the people and they're like, oh shit, loud as hell. Everyone had to have heard it, even the cops. We all cram into this back room, and we close the door, and there's people hiding in the shower, there's people hiding everywhere in this tiny ass apartment.
And I was sober, so they're like, well, you answer the door. And Jeff he didn't want to leave me there, so he stayed, and I was like, no, Jeff, you just go. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay with you. I don't want to leave you here.
Jeff's girlfriend, I think, opened the door, and the cop, comes in. I was at the party, but at this point, I'm freaking down the street. There ended up being a window in the back, and everyone just freaking, it was evacuation because of a bomb. Everyone was just out of there, freezing. Just every direction, there's people running.
Jeff was trying to hide alcohol bottles when the cops came in with his trench coat. And that didn't really work because the cops saw the alcohol. And
I think there might have been one other person in the room. But nobody could explain to the cops who owned the place. The cops have one person that they're getting for a minor. And so now they have him as the only, suspect or anything, because they don't, they're thinking about taking him to jail, throwing him in there overnight while I'm eating a Domino's pizza, fleeing from the cops.
But Jeff was all freaked out because he thought he was gonna have to go to jail or whatever, go to detox for the night or something. But thankfully they let me take him because I was sober.
That was close because after that we didn't really have party after that because. Well, Jeff was in trouble for the minor and everything, and the party got broken up. The dude, when he came back and saw his place opened, because everyone who left there just left the door wide open, and the lights on, and alcohol and just stuff spilled everywhere. He comes home, everything is destroyed. CDs are busted, everything. So, needless to say, that was the last time we partied there, actually.
The events of that night, although tragic, taught Jeff and his friends a valuable lesson: that alcohol isn't always worth it. Join us next time for another edition of Self Portrait.